All right, how's it going, everyone? Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. I want to make sure the audio is okay. I got a new headset. It's not broken. This is an upgrade from the headset I just bought. This is like a $70 headset. Audio Technica. I forget the numbering, but I liked it so much that I went back to that store and I got myself the upgraded version of it. It's like double the price. If I'm being completely transparent and honest, it's not as the sound quality, quote unquote, isn't the same as these old headsets. This old headset I got a long time ago. It's an old PS3 headset. It's being held together by duct tape, but I think what it is that these headsets are, yes, they're good, but they're so beat up and battered that it lets in a little bit more audio from the outside, while these headsets and these newer ones like cancel out a lot of noise. So what ended up happening actually was that I just got super used to like the sound of not noise canceled headsets, and I don't know, it just sounded right to me. But yeah, anyway, new headset. Now you guys won't be talking about how bad my headset looks anyway. maybe you guys like that, I don't know. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, for those who don't know, my name's Nagai. I primarily play Dizzy. I primarily play Guilty Gear. Although we just had the open beta for Tokon. What did you guys think of that? I personally spent maybe like 2 hours on it, just in training mode, and I played a game or two online. Not blown away by it specifically. There's not a character that I really gravitate towards. I know my buddy really likes Carnage, and this is like the first time Carnage is being put into a fighting game. So yeah, he's very happy with that, and if I had a character like that, I probably would just you know, dump a lot of my resources and time into it. But I'm not too excited, but I like, it looked good. Give me one sec here. Gotta change one thing here. It might be a little bit too loud. I got my StarCraft music on too. I just don't have my chat up on my other side, so give me one sec here. I gotta fix this. There we go. Yeah. My potato can't run it. You know what's weird about this? So it was on. What's weird about excuse me, I guess the Tokon client is that when I first booted it up, it like lagged my computer a whole lot. And I had to like alt tab a few times and just switch between windowed and full screen before it stopped lagging, which is weird because this setup I'm playing on right here is like a really expensive gaming laptop. So it should handle Tokon and other fighting games. But yeah, maybe there's something else going on. I've heard that there's like a lot of different other like security clients that puts onto your let me turn this on a little bit. There's a lot of things that run in the background while you have the game up just to prevent like hacking and cheating and stuff. So maybe you gotta let that settle before it becomes playable. But it was not playable for the first 3 minutes. Like the first cinematic sequence wasn't even like in-game engine shenanigans, right? It was just like the opening sequence, the opening like MP4 video. It was like chugging along. Instead of being 60 FPS, it was like 20. So something like that could be an issue. I don't know. Yo, J-Hit, how's it going? What's up? Congrats, I just saw your caption. I'm around 1650 at the moment. I want to follow you. Let's go! So I've been working overtime a whole lot too. And this last weekend was the first weekend I had where I had 2 days off. So me and my wife just did a little quote unquote mini vacation where we just drove out of town. did our shopping at the next town because it's cheaper there and there's more stuff. And we stayed at the hotel there. And the particular hotel that I like to stay at has wired internet that's connected to fiber optic internet. So I spent a good majority of that day just playing Guilty Gear Strive with my laptop and my arcade stick. I brought this stuff here, and I enjoyed some nice fiber optic internet sitting at 20 FPS. Sorry, not 20 FPS, 20 ms. Consistent. It was like 20, 21, 20, 21, 22 sometimes. But it was super, super consistent. Which is one frame faster than what I have here in my hometown. In my hometown, it like sits around 40 to 50 ms to like Seattle or Vancouver. With cable internet instead of fiber optic. So what that means is that it'll be like at 40, 40, 40, and then just out of nowhere, for no reason, it jumps to 120 and then back to 40, 40, 40. So on average, it's like one frame slower with a lot more variance. So that really sucks for fighting games, especially if they don't have rollback netcode. Thankfully, Guilty Gear Strive and a little bit of Tolkien that I played, I experienced that. Well, I did not experience so much lag because of the good rollback netcode. So that was nice. 50 ms, that's right. You're Kirmi, how's it going? What's up? Yo, my hero, good morning. Yeah, J-Head, keep going, keep going. You know, it's not too far from 1700. You got it, my friend. Never give up. Yo, Volt, how's it going? What's up? John Dizzy. Let's go. John is actually my real anglicized name, by the way. I don't use it because Long John would be my nickname, I think. Which, honestly, as an adult, a 40-year-old adult, I'm 39. I'm gonna be 40 next year. It's kind of I don't know. I don't care as much. But when I was a kid, being called Long John was you know, you're a kid, so you get like you know, you get a little bit sensitive to nicknames and stuff like that, right? But I'd be called Long John right now if I had a choice. When I go to Starbucks, I use the name Kevin Nguyen, and I had a coworker who his name is Bouchon, but he goes by Ben, like Benjamin, when he orders Starbucks, because of how confusing Bouchon is, and you know, they always spell it wrong. So I'm like, you know, I should do that too. Instead of using Long, I should use Kevin. But because he used Ben, I used Jerry. So we were Ben and Jerry's for a date. Anyway, so for today, I've been noticing something that I've been doing. And you know, we don't get a whole lot of damage from it. So let's figure something out here. So I have a high route and a low route, right? After a throw, I'll jump in. I'll either do an air dash back JH. Maybe I'll set up a fish first and do some fake setups, right? That's gonna be my high. And you know, it's not the best, but it works. It works. You know, sometimes we can get big damage if we get a wall stick. We can loop it into another knockdown if we wanted to, right? And mid screen we get, you know, we get a lot of this. If you can connect the close slash to the 2H. It doesn't always work, but you get the idea. Let's do it from here. Set this up here for you guys. All right. That's too high. Okay, I might not do this whole lot because I obviously didn't practice this. That's way too high. You know what's easier? Just to do the it is not a good representation of what I wanted to do, but you get the idea. The high has some strong routing, although I didn't really go into it with the JH. I did JK there, but that one's easier for me to do. Give me a sec here. Go change the lighting. Anyway, I've shown this many times over. Connect the close slash with the 2H. I gotta do it at least once now. There it is. Right. So the high, yeah, it's a little slow. At the point of visual difference between the air dash back JH and the crouching low, it's like an 18 frame high, which is good. It's workable. You can work with it. Not the fastest high. The fastest high would be like an air dash back JP, but it's harder to convert off of. Anyway, the point is the highs you can do something with in terms of damage. The low, not so much. I mean, I do that. There's a 2k into a fire spear. Sometimes I have a 2k into 2D McHale sword. You got meter, you can cancel into something workable, right? But ideally, I actually quite like the 2k into fire spear because on block you are +8, right? So if it fails to open up your opponent, you still have the opportunities to just do some block pressure. Doesn't deal a lot of damage though. It loops into itself. You guys like the StarCraft music? I'm kind of digging the StarCraft music. A little bit different. So 2k into Fire Spear. You can go into like another mix-up. I actually just straight up summon a fish here. Right? It's fake pressure, but I mean, it works. By fake, I mean it doesn't hit on true Oki. But it's hard to deal with. Like, you can't easily see that they jumped an air grab. You have to be really prepared for it. Right? Yo, Hazel, how's it going? Good morning. Hope you're doing well. What's up? So, I mean, we have something that's good on block, but it ends pretty quickly on hit. But do we have anything that's good on hit that ends quickly on block? The answer is yes. With 2.0, new changes with Dizzy, quote unquote new changes, the very recent changes to Dizzy. If you just do 2D into fire into McHale Sword, because S McHale Sword allows you to combo into if the conditions are right, you can actually convert with it. So you can do McHale Sword, 5k, 6h, Ice Spike, and all of a sudden we have this big combo, right? So once again, 2S. So jump in 2D, McHale Sword, 5k, 6h. I mean, at that point, you're probably gonna get a wall stick, but you know what? Just to be on the safe side, let's just do Ice Spike. All right. Yo, Erica, how's it going? Good morning. The problem with this is that if you do it a little bit too high up, you will get a low to the ground JD, right? So you can't quite like. I wonder if you can get like some form of a mix-up though. I don't know. Anyway. So let's try that out. So where we can do air dash back JH safely, we can probably just land and do a 2D, right? There we go, something like that. Now, that's, I can't just leave off without talking about the cons of it. The cons is pressure ends right here, but you're -8 at this distance, and you do end your pressure but you have your opponent back against the corner and you're dizzy with these good buttons here, right? They can't quite punish you at this range. Alternatively, you know, I guess you can cancel into McKeel Sword to continue pressure if you wanted to, but I don't know. There's not much you can do from a McKeel Sword cancel to really to threaten. You know, it's hard to justify 50% meter to continue pressure, where basically all you have is a strike throw off of a regular block, right? If it was a strike throw off of a guard crush, big difference. That's a huge difference. Now, one other thing is that maybe you want to, you know, you can probably just do this. Jump in. You might consider doing this anyway. Jumping in and doing a 2D fire spear, which does more damage, and it does like, let's see how much more damage it do. How much more damage? So 2D into fire spear does 106 damage. So that's, sorry, 2K into fire spear does. Oh, it's 2K, the lower damage one, does 75 damage. 2D does 106 damage, but 2D also offers less damage proration in a bigger combo. So you can do like 2D fire spear cancel into something else, for example. And if I did the same sequence with 2K, it should do a lot less damage. So that's 242 damage. I think I did close slash into 6H McKeel Sword. So let's try that out. It didn't even wall stick here, right? So far, we gotta just change our routing. Right? Alternate routing, it does like 60 less damage. Try to do this. Same thing. So 2D into fire spear. Alright, let's just the ice spike again. Alright, a crappier combo, 230 damage. So you do a big chunk, not a huge amount of damage, but you do quite a bit more. Did I just contradict myself there? You do a good amount of damage. But yeah, Tenoshi, hope you're doing well. What's up? How's it going? Monday's good. Technically still at work, but already switched off. Yo. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend. My weekend was pretty good. I actually had 2 days off. I usually stream when I have a 2-day off weekend, and plus it was more of a Tokon weekend. So would have liked to stream that, but I decided I needed the rest after so much overtime. Manuel, how's it going? What's up? I recently got vanquished on Dizzy, and now I'm incredibly stuck. Like, my neutral's very bad, and everyone became super professional. Any advice tech to get in from neutral? Start off with I guess, you know what, find ways to just ice spike ice field, and then for neutral here, what I like to do is just play it safe with moves that my opponent can run into, and you know, they'll run into JD, get popped into the ice field, and then you can repeat that. But it's hard to give advice with neutral without actually seeing what your gameplay looks like. But like, for me anyway, against characters who are fast and like to go in and whiff punish, instead of committing with buttons like far slash or 5H or 2D, I would like sweep with or swat with 2S, for example, right? Something a little bit more quick. I actually have a lot of problems with people just running in. You know, if they just go do a run flush up attack, because I'm doing stuff like fire spear and fish, it does give them an opportunity just to rush in, right? So if you're finding that that's an issue with you, just every once in a while, just throw out a 5K, throw out a 2D, sorry, throw out a 5K, throw out a 2S, just to stop them from like running up and 6ping you, or running up and doing a far slash on you. That's just me. Yo, Burn Taco, how's it going? What's up? And Z Botron, long time no chat. Thanks for dropping in the 5 stream consecutive streak. I'm okay. I sick from Friday though, feeling better. That's good. How did you find Tolkon? I downloaded it. Like, if I alt tab right now, you're gonna see it on my desktop. I played it for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours on Sunday yesterday. I just sat in training mode to kind of figure out what buttons did. Did a few combos. I played one game online. Didn't realize that you had to do like some lobby and player matches before going on ranked. But I just sat on player matches, and I couldn't find any matches. So like, literally sat there for like 10 minutes doing training mode stuff. Couldn't find any matches, so I went to the the park, quote unquote, the lobbies. Found a match, and then someone just one and done me, basically. And apparently you need to do like 10 of those matches to go into ranked. So, would have been nice to stream it, but I don't know. I really didn't know how to move around a whole lot. So what I did actually yesterday was I watched a little bit of some tournament matches, and I sort of got an idea of how I'd like to play. And in that tournament, it was like TNS. The players are running basically one character, and they just used their assists, right? They didn't actually switch over between other characters. I think the only person who did that was like Cloud 805 between Star-Lord and Blade. Game looks cool though. I like I do appreciate the game's design, but I need a character that really speaks out to me, and I kind of want to play Iron Man. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys, what did you guys think of Tokon? I just felt like it was a missed opportunity for me to not play. Like, if I didn't play it at all, then I would have missed out on an opportunity. So I had to like boot it up at least once. 5K feels like the GOAT button versus Chip. Yeah, I gotta do that more against Chip. So Erica says, or asks, what's the best move to stuff out fast, low profile approaches? I have trouble with timing 2S, but 2D whiff is also punishable. 2S is probably your best option. Every once in a while, maybe a 2K, especially if it's like surprisingly like biking, for instance, like crashes into this a lot, apparently. But surprisingly, 5H. 5H doesn't work against all low profile attacks, but it will reach against like Scum Dipper, Elk Hunt, and others. It won't reach Eno's stroke though, so be careful. Yo, Komori, how's it going? Hey, I'm new to Guilty Gear, formerly Tekken player. I have a problem with circle inputs on my Xbox controller. Would you recommend playing games like this on a keyboard? Yeah, actually, I would recommend it. I would, in fact, highly recommend playing games like this on the keyboard. But in the end, you just want to play with whatever is comfortable to you. So for me, it's an arcade stick. It's pretty archaic nowadays. But if I had the choice to switch off to a different controller, it would be the Hitbox, or aka leverless. And leverless basically emulates a keyboard as if you're doing WSAD without a W, but instead you're using spacebar to jump. So I would recommend it. I recommend it because it's like, objectively, it's gonna be quicker for you to like do inputs, and you don't have to deal with certain muscles turning certain ways consistently on one side versus the other. You just, press with your fingers, right? What I mean by that is that the motions that I do with like a instant air dash, if I'm doing it manually, the muscles I use are different, right? There are bigger groups of muscles that I use for like in my hand and in my wrists for those motions. While if you play on keyboard or leverless, you don't have to struggle with like different larger groups of muscles. You just do it. And the amount of time to go from left on the stick to right, there's like you might not think it's like that significant, but being able to do that extremely quickly is actually like it will overall make it less fatiguing to play, and also if you ever decide to go competitive and be like top 8 Evo player or whatever, right? That sort of speed, it's a nice passive buff. You're not gonna get the old arcade stick debuff, speed debuff. All right, I missed a lot of messages, didn't I? Oh my goodness, wow. Let me speed read this. Tokon beta action ran for people. Most issues on day one. Yeah, people haven't been tagging much. Yeah, I guess my problem was I was tagging too much when I played. I want to keep tagging my characters. I feel like I hate everything PSN related in it though. High performance issues day one. Yeah, me too. My computer basically couldn't run until I alt tabbed it a few times. Just gonna skip to that pretty quick here. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I imagine Vanguard does something similar to anti-cheat stuff. Erica says, I've been learning leverless and it's great, but the biggest issue is how careful you have to be with negative edge. With the pad and stick, you can't accidentally hold down input. All right, yeah. Holding down input directions, I guess so. I'm not too sure how bad that can get, but I guess you just really don't have to. You have to really just how do you say? Be very conscientious of not not tripping over different inputs, different directional inputs. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but yeah, if you put too much at once, then the game won't input it. Is what I'm imagining. Other than that, you know what's also really good about keyboard / hitbox is, and this is a big one for me actually, being able to transport your controller. I always this is such a cumbersome thing to transport. One, like it's heavy, and two, like the lever in your stick always juts out, right? So it always is an awkward thing to pack. And again, it's heavy and it's big. So when you're going to many different tournaments, there's always going to be consideration of how am I going to pack this? Am I going to put in my backpack? Am I going to put it in my suitcase? If I put it in my suitcase, I need to secure like this this lever as if it's like some first aid situation where maybe I shouldn't say it, but like there's certain first aid situations where like you have to secure something and not make like let's say you get stabbed or whatever, but you don't want it to pull it out like in the eye, for example. So you have to secure it in a way, put like padding around it. I do the same thing with my arcade stick. Yeah. So, and pulling it out of your bag and like per match is always a pain. Not to say you don't do that with Hitbox, but I remember, I distinctly remember a buddy of mine. It was Gus. He was just walking around Evo with his hoodie, and he's looking for casual matches, right? And here I am. I have my backpack with this arcade stick, and it's like my shoulder. Like I'm already getting sort of PTSD from my shoulder about this. So I'm like dragging this around, but he looks like he's just like chilling, right? Just wearing a hoodie. He's got this like, where's his arcade stick? Where's his controller? He pulls it out of his hoodie, and it's like a small leverless. I believe it's called a snack box. And he just like, all right, I'm ready for casuals. And I've always been so jealous about that. Like, damn, I want to learn how to play on mix on a hitbox or a leverless just because of that convenience. Wait, anyway. Let me read some of this. Yo, Pudding, what's up? How's it going? If links are allowed, can I link a tweet I made recently that has a picture of my key box? Yeah, sure. I think links are allowed on Twitch. There is also the Discord. I got YouTube as well. So Z says, yeah, being able to play it as basically a single plus assist. Okay, yeah. That's how I'd like to play Tokon. For now, anyway. Old heads will call it a cheat box, but that's to me. It is. I mean, I can see why people will call it a cheat box. I just realized something. I'm not using my costumes. You do. It is something like you're not really cheating, but I do strongly believe it's a stronger peripheral. And if you want to be the best, if you want to get the most effectiveness of all situations, then you do use the device that is the best, right? Unless they ban it, it's not really cheating, right? And you're not gonna ban it, a hitbox. Yeah. Anyone who actually gets upset over it isn't worth losing. Yeah, exactly. Playing on any type of controller requires learning to deal with the downsides. No single controller has upsides and no downsides, so just pick what works for you. Exactly. Z, I actually owned a hitbox. I gave it away to somebody who wanted to try it out and see what it was like. But there was a time when I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and my team was Zero, Hagar, and Dante. And it was pretty important to be able to do zero loops, the lightning loops, consistently on both sides. And I was really good on the right side. And I was like 95%, maybe closer to 100% on right side to doing lightning loops. But on the left side, I was more like 80%. Or maybe it was like even like 90%. It wasn't perfect, but like a 10% chance of dropping is pretty bad. Yo, Magical Island, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and shout you out. Magical. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. What were you playing? The Guilty Gears? Welcome to the stream, everyone. For those who don't know, my name's Nagai, Guilty Gear Old Man. Guilty Gear Old Man, Guilty Gear Oji-san, and we're just getting back into it with a little bit of Dizzy. I hope you're all well. We're talking about controllers, and how I used to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So, I actually played on a hitbox. Like, right now I'm playing on a stick, right? And TK motions were, in my opinion, TK motions are easier to do on a stick than they are on hitbox. That's just my opinion, and that's because it's a byproduct of me learning how to play stick and getting used to it for many years. But Zero had a TK DP motion, right? So and Zero also had a TK Hadouken motion, or circle motion, and you had to distinctly do like a jump, like a off the ground DP motion, and not do the core circle forward motion. I was about 99% good on the right side, 90% okay on the left side, but I wanted to be perfect, so I thought the solution would be to get a hitbox. So I bought a hitbox just for this reason, and it turns out that I just couldn't do a TK motion at all on a hitbox. You know, it didn't help me. But I can see the value of a hitbox in terms of if I did put the time into it and got used to the motions of a TK motion with a DP on, like, with my fingers instead of with my wrists and larger muscles, right? I think if I committed to it, then I can get it like the same, like 99% hit rate on the right side and 99% hit rate on the left side, right? But the biggest thing for me for playing on hitbox was that it just wasn't fun, you know. Like I can do combos with Dante as easily on hitbox and stick, but moving around just didn't feel fun. So I went back to playing arcade stick because, you know, the first and foremost thing about fighting games is making sure, or actually any games or anything that you do for hobby, is that you're happy and you're having fun, right? And I wasn't having, maybe I was happy with the hitbox, but I wasn't having fun. And that could change the longer I played on hitbox. You know, there was just a weird kind of translation error. Like there was an extra step for me to like play on the hitbox that didn't make it fun for me at the time. So like for arcade stick, right, I just move naturally, right? It goes from my mind to my arcade stick. Mind fingers arcade stick, right? On a hitbox, it's like my mind does an extra thing, right? It has to translate something, and then it transmits that message to my fingers into the hitbox, and sometimes that doesn't even work out. So, and of course, this is obviously just get fixed over time. The longer I play on a hitbox, but I just felt like I didn't want to spend that much energy and time into it at that point in my life, right? It wasn't that important for me. So, but I do. I now that I see people playing on leverless and hitboxes and snack boxes, and they're like nice and portable, and they can bring them around everywhere pretty easily, I'm a little jealous, and I wish I had just spent the time doing it. I could still do that, but yeah, it will be yeah, it'd be a project for some time later in my life. So he says, I pray Ultimar vs. Capcom 3 to have rollback modded in by someone, like they did for Smash. I will, like, I'm actually not even joking. If they did that and the rollback was good, I would actually play that. Like, I wouldn't be playing I wouldn't be playing Guilty Gear as much. Um I would have a few streams to play Marvel just because it was so fun to play back in the day. Yeah. Grunge says TK motions on levelers felt unintuitive. Yeah, you have to kind of train yourself to do it. Yeah, Marvel is so peak. I agree there, Burnt Taco. There's just something about like level 3 X Factor Virgil looming in the back lines that gets you so excited, even though it's like cheap as heck, you know? If I went back to Marvel, I probably would play Virgil. I need to put in Virgil somewhere. Like I might just give up on playing Hagar and just make a team that circles around Virgil and Dante. I need more power. I'm motivated. And then is that level 3 X Factor alt or whatever. It's like time to die. Anyway, we're playing a character that is like the least Virgil like in the right now, which is Dizzy. So you know what? Maybe we'll play some matches. There's another thing that I wanted to try out, right? Which was, well, let's just do this at least once. One thing I want to kind of lab out, which is what I do on block. I haven't quite figured out exactly what I want to do after a blocked Mikhail Sword RC. But you guys have always heard me say something like, I gotta stop doing that. And the reason is because I don't get a whole lot out of it. I'll show you guys what I mean. So like, if I do 2K2D, Mikhail Sword, RC, I don't really get a whole lot. Like, I get some block pressure, if anything. Right? Maybe some looping fake fire spear loops. But a strike throw off a block that's not a guard crush, which you've set up by spending 50% meter, I don't know if that's worth it. I don't feel like that's worth it. Every time I do it, I die inside. But I do it anyway because of like some weird muscle memory. So I'm wondering if I can do something different. If anything, maybe a guard crush somewhere in there, so I can actually set up a nice strike throw. Oh, I don't know if you guys have any ideas. I have a few ideas actually. Magical Eyelink says, need to go to bed, but hope you have a great stream. Thank you for the Dizzy videos, David. Yeah, hell yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for the raid once again. And if you play Dizzy, just ask me questions and stuff. If something's not answered on the video, I'll be glad to answer. I'm not sure if I'm the best person, but I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you kindly.
Nagai Dizzy Nick Nagai Dizzy Nick Nagai Dizzy Nick Nagai Dizzy Nick Nagai Dizzy Nick.
I was supposed to say Nagai Dizzy Nikkei, by the way. Hope you're doing well. How's it going there, Ganry? Thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. How you doing? What's for breakfast? Z says, when I felt like being a true asshole, I'd play Virgil Morgan Doom and just put swords over and over. You know, I'd like to learn how to do that. That'd be sick. All right. So from here, we're negative. Well, we're plus 24, right? So I can't really do a charged 6H. Right, charged 6H is 36 frame startup. Although, if they try to jump, they don't get very far. It's just that if they mash out, they can. Yeah, my niche internet celebrity Gemu. That's right, local celeb. Yo, Coke Milk TV. How's it going? Thank you so much for the sub as well. I'm gonna push up my chair a little bit too low. Thank you guys so much for the support. How plus are you on S-Sort FRC? Let's find out. I gotta do something with my chair here. Ah, I'm sorry for the noise. Really appreciate their Coke Milk TV. I haven't put milk in my Coke in a long time. I never knew that had a gap. It's like a 9 frame or 11 frame gap. But let's see what happens if we FRC it. Fast cancel. I guess it depends what we do here. How's that? Holding up back. I mean, they're too far to mash, but you can get away still. Yeah, 8 frame gap, it looks like it. If you're subbing for the push-up challenge, it's a bit. Yeah, I should turn off that. I gotta turn that off, actually. I mean, the last time I got a bunch of subs, I did do push-ups, by the way. I just didn't do it on stream. But that push-up challenge, by the way, is from a different event, and I just hadn't turned it off yet. But rest assured, I do my push-ups. All right, here we go. So, what I've been playing around with is actually what an S sword into FRC ground. Okay, sure. Something like that. It's pretty yeah. Like I don't yeah, okay, maybe I can't punish. Well, maybe I can. I think that's a punish. Yeah, it's too far as well. I do this a lot though. I just do ice spike sometimes because I like to catch people doing a 6P. And what I found is that if you RC as soon as the ice spike hits, you can get... Okay, I was going to say you can get a very best plus 34. But it appears that I got plus 35 here. Plus 30. But it has to happen as the ice spike makes contact. Because any sooner, for some reason, like if I just RC before, like just before the ice spike comes out, it's less than 35. But if I do it too late, yeah, it's much less than 35, right? So for some reason the RC timing is as soon as the ice spike makes contact with the opponent, and then now you got a nice generous positive frames. In this instance, if we're far enough, that's where your fully charged 6H will be most effective, right? They can't throw you in a potential gap. If they up back, they get hit. Plus 32. So I gotta do this more. But we gotta time it in a way time it in a way that in a way that you RC as the ice spike makes contact. A little bit of a gap there, but that's okay. But not a big enough gap for them to mash out, right? Oh, look at that though. I thought I was too far for a grab. That's crazy. You have to be pretty bold to want to grab there. Thank you again, we appreciate it. I've been noticing Paluna doing Ice Spike PRC too. Oh, okay. Perhaps it is a thing. You need to do it at some distance. This looks like a really good distance though, right? I felt like that was a good distance. Again, who's got an appointment? PRC scaling. I've noticed people are doing PRC scaling. Okay, yeah, that's true. I guess you can do that too. Saying no. Let's see how bad is that, or how good is that? I have an eye. I think she just did close touch when I saw it. Yeah, good luck on the appointment. Doctor's appointment first, no breakfast yet? Okay, gotcha. I was gonna ask what's for breakfast. I had a Egg McMuffin. Alright, I'm running out of time, so I think that's good enough for labbing for now. Just some ideas to kind of start thinking about Ice Spike PRC into 6H type of stuff, and also higher damage low routes. And a bunch of yapping. Let's go play some games. Have you guys noticed that our friend Daiji is rising up? So obviously we know that Paluna is the GOAT Dizzy player, but moving up in GOAT status, if you don't already consider them a GOAT, we got Daiji. I consider Daiji a GOAT. Look at that, Daiji is 2017 DR right now. And Paluna often goes up higher than Daiji, but they go back and forth right now. But that's really cool. Paluna has always been on top. Always been on top. So it's nice to see there's also Snowfight Bard and all these other wonderful players, by the way. I like watching Reddy, and we play sometimes too. But yeah, if you want more content to kind of check out, I mean, if you guys probably already know Daiji, but Daiji's really cool. And plays a lot different than Paluna. So you're gonna get a different side of Dizzy. But yeah, right now I'm at 1701. Actually, I have another account up here. We're actually a little bit higher, but I'm gonna try to use my Nagayan account and chase my Okamoto account. But I just want to highlight that. One thing I want to also point out is that when I wouldn't say Daiji struggled, but it wasn't, I guess it was uncommon to see Daiji kind of sitting between 17 to 1800 for for the longest time. Especially when Dizzy first came out. Daiji comes from an older background of Guilty Gears and plays this new game as well. But it's cool to see an older player kind of struggle in the lower high ranks and make his way up to the top. And I'm sure Paluna is working hard to top that as well, of course. Yeah, end of August. Yeah, so ranking ends at the end of August. I'll try my best to go up to top 20, maybe top 10. You're technically 34 Dior. Yeah, exactly. If you add them together, I could get an Egg McMuffin on the way back. Let's go. Snowfight plays a lot of characters and places kind of high. Yeah, I know Snowfight from playing Dizzy. I didn't know Snowfight played other characters, to be honest. I was just I'm gonna do some lobby matches to warm up. I may or may not do ranked matches, depending on how fast or slow things are. You remember him from League of Legends? Snow Fight? Oh man, this weekend it was a struggle to find players on ranked because everyone was playing token, I think. Let's see if anyone is here to play. We'll just try to put some of our labbing to work here. Yeah, end of August is when it resets. I'm hoping to land top 20. But if that doesn't work out, that's okay. Spud the bud. Let's go. Spud's really good. My buddy. Z says, I want to be comfortably top 50 chip for the badge. Alright, so the GOAT button against Nago round start is actually 2S because it beats DP. But I know Spud knows that. So the response to doing to Dizzy's 2S, did I say 2D? I meant 2S, is to actually do Fukyo back and then Beyblade. So we might be kind of like doing some mind games around that. I'm gonna open up with a 2S and see what Spud does. And if he does Fukyo back into Beyblade, then we know. Or just backdash. Alright. Got him. Oh shit. Uh-oh. That was supposed to say JV. Messed up. The wall stick was supposed to, or that was supposed to wall stick. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, not okay no more. Alright, let's go. Yo, Aizen, how's it going? Aizen Kotaro 366, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the sub, really appreciate it. Or the follow, rather. Oh. Uh-oh, nice. That's gonna kill. Or not. Move my phone a little bit. It's in the way of the corner. There we go. Can't see what's going on when I'm getting getting smoked in the corner there. My phone's in the way. Alright. Shit. This again. Oh! Yeah, it works. Wins, how's it going? What's up? pressing the block. Much love from the previous VSP member back in 2018. That was a long time ago. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Who did you play in Excerpt? Unless you're a Wind God dude, then I feel real bad for for not remembering. Alright, let's go. Empire Zero back in the day? Not Wind God dude. That's Stanley. How's you doing, man? 2018 didn't feel that long ago. It felt like yesterday. To me, but objectively, it was like 10 years ago. That's crazy to think about. Went by Zero back in the day. Who did you play in Excerpt? How you doing, man? What's up? I remember people by who they played. How's it going, man? Thank you so much for dropping by. I mean, Kai. I think I remember. The husband. That was not the right kind of burst. Oh boy. So you're streaming on Discord, Wake and Grind? Saw you. Oh, okay. Hell yeah, dude. I'm getting mauled here by my bud Spud. Gotta move in, I think. Shit! I committed to grab. Or did I? I did. Pretty sure I gave it up on the second round. The Spud did good on capitalizing off of it, for sure. The guy, I think I'm gonna copy and try ranked on the alt account or something. My mental still needs to get. Yeah, it helps me, but also like, it also prevents me from just grinding out matches. But I guess that's okay too. It's like quality over quantity, right? That's what it turns into. Oh boy. I'm getting smoke from my back dashing. The fear disappointed even though I should. Yeah. Shit. Nice. Yeah. I will say one thing about having multiple accounts is that once I get above with one account, I'll like go onto my other account and see if I can leapfrog off of it. Um, where if I'm like, how do you say, it like it cools you down, I guess, which is a good thing, right? But sometimes you want to like play when you're hot. You know what I mean? I stopped doing that. And then like you don't know if you're gonna be. Oh, it's really silly of me to do that. And I might be able to push even higher a lot quicker if I had one account, but see. Oh shit. Like, where'd my meter go? I'm like trying to RC that. Nice, nice. All right. Where's Spud? GG's, man. GG's. I kind of want to do one more for real, for real. One more for real, for real. One more for real. Oh, shit. Oh my god! I'm dead. Shit. Oh, my bad. That's what I get for jumping. I gotta, like, actually block that. That's funny. I'm hard-coded just to block high there. The low is, like, a lot slower, too. Yeah. Going in. Alright, here we go. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be a KS fish. I was too slow on the S part. Alright, GG's there, Spud. I said one last. I said one more for real, for real. I have to be a man of my word. GG's. GG's. I need to warm up with maybe a little bit less explosive. Although that's a good warm up for ranked matches. If anything, playing Spuds Nago tells me to like actually lock in. Yeah, right. I need a stretch. I should play a Kai. But yeah, Wins, if you're still around, thanks so much for dropping in and saying hi, by the way. Wins 13. Hope you're doing well, man. Grande Horacio. That's maybe a little bit too laggy. Oopsies. Banalfelt. Riderman 2. Excuse me. Sure. I think the strategy I need to employ against Alpha is to save my resources for when I'm in the corner. Radaman 2, is that a character in Mega Man? Oh boy, that worked out. It's not. Oh, never mind. My timing is a little bit off, isn't it? That was supposed to be a 6H, but a lot of times if I'm just trying to do an OTG 2K, it doesn't work out. See if we can catch a burst. Oopsies. Don't know why I decided I want to do that. It's okay. And I'm still hung up on the fact that my buddy said hi from 2018. I'm thinking that wasn't that long ago, but damn, it's 2026 now, almost 2027. That could have been easily. That's like a decade ago. It's crazy to think about. Time flies by real quick. One, if you're having fun, and two, during COVID. Like that, those 3 years of my life, just like, they're just all a blur. The McCafe. The landing 2D is a little bit slow. But if I do the... Oh, here we go. Kai. Let's go. If we do the high enough, the landing low should hit at some point, right? I want to play that Kai. Where'd he go? Oh. Oh, scratch my butt. AG slash. It's a little laggy, but we're not competing for Evo. You know, it's okay. We're just warming up. As long as it's not too laggy. Yo, Melon. What's up? How's it going? Should have been super. Oh my goodness. How'd I dodge that? Melon, hope you're doing well. Kara Daro? Alright. Nice. Mufan just woke up. Dash in the ball. Oh gosh. It's gonna kill. Nice. Alright. I was playing kind of silly, so let's play a little smarter. Leader for more to battle. Okay, dash block once again. Backdash. Oh. Okay, we got burst though. It's back on. Okay, let's flush out that burst. They're gonna burst right now. Oh fuck. Messed up my dash. Okay. Here comes the burst. Or not. Didn't burst when I wanted them to. I should stop. I should just go for it. I should stop trying to anticipate it so hard. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Okay. if ice field does a whole lot for me, but let's just place it anyway. Yo, Kirch, how's it going? Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Ah. Toe beans. You're seeing? Oh shit. That was a partially charged one too. Dash block. Go for low. Oh shit. Alright, let's go. Oh, why'd I do that? Could have punched a little bit better than that, but it's okay. Okay. Alright, GG's my friend. Ram's always a tough cookie. So many tools at her disposal, you know? She can just do... You can go through the move list and she's dangerous, you know what I mean? Rana. Let's go. Turn up this music, actually. Let me know if that's too loud. Shit. I think it got me. Or not. Oh, what the? What's up with those King of Fighters jumps? How have I not seen that before? Ah. That's actually kind of cool. That's actually really cool. He could do that? Just instant overheads like that? Get him? I need to turn up this turn music up more, I think.
こうして少しずつ皆さんとこれからをつなぐの。
Got a lot of big bombs there. Oh shit! Alright. Speed. Oh. Oh! That's from the back dash. Nice. Did I get him? My deflection was a little bit too late there. Also, my 2K was a little bit too late there too. I think I may have accidentally pushed a button in the air or something. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit of more damage there. Gosh. One sword, two sword, three sword, four sword. Shit. I don't think I can kill here. That's a really deep 2D. I was surprised that I actually reached. I'm backdash me kill. Oh shit. Bring down the shields. Ah. I don't think it's gonna burst. Ooh. Oh, I tapped my backdash by accident. Yo, Flowers, how's it going? Hold on. Let's go. Attack Artist, how's it going? Thanks so much for the sub on YouTube. Dash and block. Excuse me. There we go. Shit! Never Never give up. Okay. Oh, what the? I must have inputted that just right before the super freeze. Like exactly before that. I was holding off back and block. I gotta cash out on damage right now. Well, he's down on shields. His Protoss shields are down. I should know better. Ah. That was weird. I think he went for a grab. Token beta is down. Flowers. Unless it's up, I don't know. Alright, GG's. I gotta change my costume. Any memes necessary? I like that name. Country style. Oh no, I want country style. Wow. That was as laggy as Tokon. Country style. Country style 1. That was really slow. I wish I could have played Tokon beta. F Linux users, I guess. People still use Linux? I don't even know what that looks like. Yo, Piranha, GG's, GG's. Sounds like intense wind outside, but that's just actually my cat wheel. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my cats have a wheel that they run on, and it's like directly above us. It powers my house with electricity. I played a little bit of Tokon Flowers. My team was Iron Man, Wolverine, oh, here's a Kai. Iron Man, Wolverine. I played Magic, and I forget what my 4th character was. Yeah, the kitties be exercising, that's right. They like that wheel. Maybe I should do some Marvel vs. Capcom 3 practice. I kind of feel like playing it. You renamed your PSN account It the Green Goblin. You know, I don't like this situation because he's got a meter for a stun dipper. And you can do stuff like this. And I just mashed. And for some reason I just up back there. Okay, we got lucky. It shouldn't have gone that far. That worked. Alright. Unibeam! Wait, go the other way. Mega Unibeam. Don't know if I should. Whatever. Okay. There. Yes. Oh boy. You know what? We're building burst. We built a lot of burst there. I'll take it. Oh. Get him? That was a rollback moment. Whoa! Man. I feel like Kai is so aggressive. Against Dizzy for some reason. Yo, King Rex, how's it going? Good morning. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hope you're well. Yo, Gus, I was going sup, dude. How you doing, man? I was just talking about you earlier. I was saying how, like, oh, I could have killed right there. I was jealous about your hitbox. When we were hanging out in Evo, you had like your snack box and you just pulled it out of your pocket. And I have like this freaking stupid big ass brick on my lap. You know. Someone's asking me about advantages and disadvantages of certain devices. And I said one of the advantages of a snack box or leverless was the fact that you can just like pack it around pretty easily. And I was reminded me of when we hung out and we randomly met Darkrai. That was sick. Oh boy. Wait, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Oh, nice spacing on that. Best story? Yeah, it was good. It was fun. Have you been to any tournaments since? Oh boy. That was not supposed to happen. The green screen looking nice, thank you. The Gus green screen tech. What am I doing? Too distracted. Oh shit! All right, I'm way too distracted. Oops. Let me read some of this. Yeah, yo. I used to think green screens were just like, you know, whatever. Trying too hard, whatever. But it like makes it look nice, you know? This is actually just a green screen filter from my camera. I went to Evo 2 years ago, not the last one, but the one before. Nice. What have you been up to, man? It's been a while. I got. It's like one of my worst matchups, actually. Been playing very much fighting games. Shouldn't have gone for that full combo there. We'll see Tekken learning. I hear Viking might be suffering a little bit. According to Lord Knight, I'm like asking to be sun dippered. Alright. I want to stay at least kind of okay at Strive. Yeah, not having hard knockdown on H Kabari messed up a lot of my set play. They changed things quite a bit for Biken, it seems. Like, it's almost like they don't know really what to do with Biken. Shit. What am I doing? I need to play around with Icefield more against Kai. Nice. Alright. Yeah, I watched the Lord Knight video where instead of giving Biken something new or changing a move, they gave her like extra frame on something. Seems weird that they just are that Arxis is content with it. By the way, Gus, if I didn't say it already, thanks so much for the sub again. Continued support, man. Appreciate it. Can't block that. Should be able to kill here. I kind of let the sub roll these last few years. Never. Damn, I really appreciate it, dude. You're the goat. Yo, support Gus. Gus hasn't been streaming in a long time, but you know what? Gus had streamed a couple times ago. I guess a week ago. Let me shout you out in just a second, man. Me and Gus used to like be midnight carnival menaces, I guess, back in the day. It was like a raid triangle between me, Gus, and Huntress back in the day. This is like 2020, 2021. The good old days. Maybe not the good old days, but some good times anyway. But we would stream consistently after 10 p.m. And like we were the only ones playing Strive at like 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. And we just like, oh, who are we gonna raid? And then Gus is up. It was Gus, some fella from Sweden. King Rex was there too, I believe. Who's that guy from Sweden? He played Gold Lewis. Was good for us. Yeah, it was great. Oh, I forget. I feel so bad for not remembering. Smoib, that's it. Hey. I remember there was one time, and it only happened, doesn't happen, it's like a really, really, really rare instance where I was up at 4 a.m. and I got raided by Maximilian of all people at that time. Because I was probably the only one playing the game that he was playing, which is Xrd at the time. So I had all these viewers who are, a lot of them are bots, right? And like, you know, that doesn't happen very often. And I'm like, okay, well, I gotta go too, because I gotta go to work. Who do we raid? Then I sent all of Maximilian's users to Smoib. Would have sent it to Gus. 100% would have sent it to Gus. But like, Smoib was like, what is this raid of 5,000 people? Like, dude, I don't even know, man. It was a long time ago. It only happened once. And I don't know why Max would raid me of all people. I think maybe I commented on one of his older videos and he remembered my name or something like that. Back when he did those skits. Which, by the way, I wonder if I should try doing skits. I have some acting friends who live in town. When Marvel Token comes out, I've always wanted to do like a skit where, you know, I'm Captain America or whatever. Or maybe not Captain, maybe Captain Vietnam or something. I don't know. And you know that one? I think it's the end of one of the Spider-Man movies. Captain America is sitting like on the chair. He's like, "So you're still watching this video, right?" And the chair's backwards, like he's a cool guy. I should do that too. Like, get a Captain America mask, and be like, "So you want to learn how to lab?" But then I'll have like my actor friend do it, and I'll just write the script or something. I think that'd be kind of fun. Yeah. Tokon is giving a lot of Guilty Gear vibes. Yeah. Tokon is more anime in terms of a fighting game than Guilty Gear Strive. Like, it's got really, really fast air dashes. Obnoxious block strings. You know? Tokon looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Doesn't look very honest, which is what I like. It's so anime, exactly. Oh boy. Oh, TK explosion? Oh shit, damn. I don't have Windows 11, so I couldn't really play it. Yeah, but do you have an Xbox or a PlayStation? But the game looks good. I just don't know really how to play it. I had to watch the top 8 to kind of get an idea. And apparently people they're not switching characters. They just rock with one character and they just do assists. It looks cool. So I saw Klim play Black Panther, Cloud 805 play let's see if I can IB this. I was gonna try to IB the burst. Oopsies. Oh, loop there. Think we can kill? We're on the wall. Yo, 7th, how's it going? What's up? I think it's on PS5 for console. Oh. Ooh, mistimed that. Let's go for throw. Can we kill? We can't kill. Yeah, the character looks so cool. Yeah, I like how Tony Stark looks like a Gundam. I like that you can play one character, though. I feel in the long run you'll need at least 2 mid-match for active character swap. Yeah, do you think that might be the meta? Would be like... I guess you can actively just play both characters, right? Or all your characters, but... yeah, I think it'd just be 1 or 2 characters and they'll just cover bad matchups. Oh shit. Nice block. Yeah. Sounds like people streaming from Token PC version, though, I think. I played a little bit on my PC, I didn't stream it. I don't know why I decided to do that. Just realized this should be my last. Gotta go to work. You see, Gus, that's the problem about streaming in the morning for me, is that I actually have a time limit. I gotta go to work. It's like a nice thing, and it's also kind of like a downside. Let's try to grab this first. This again. Alright, micro dash ice spike. Good old classic. Not enough meter for super, but that's okay. There we go. Alright. So this weekend I went to 7-Eleven and I got the matcha latte. It was really good. But the problem is I need to get to 7-Eleven for me to get it. And I want to make sure I get that before I get to work, so I feel nice and energized. Both in terms of it giving me some form of caffeine energy content and also making me happy. It's important to try to get into work, especially in the first day of the week, somewhat in a good mood. Because it can only go down from there, right? It's Monday. Oh, 5 more days left into the weekend, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go to work, though. But luckily today I don't have overtime. I don't have any scheduled overtime anyway. So we're gonna just end the stream right now. Let's raid somebody. Yo, Gussy streaming? I'm gonna raid you. Raid my buddy Gus. Again, yo, thank you so much for subbing for so long, doing the shadow sub. I appreciate it, man. You don't have to, and maybe you didn't even mean to, but I appreciate it. Oh, but yeah, I think when Token comes out, I usually play like a lady character, you know, but I might play Iron Man. I need I need a character that like can get in, maybe Wolverine. Okay. Wolverine's point with Iron Man as an assist unibeam doesn't sound... I mean, that sounds okay for me talking out loud, not knowing anything about the game, but who knows if that's actually any good. Green Goblin with the Hobgoblin skin? Yeah, I saw the Hobgoblin skin and I thought maybe Maybe it was actually Hobgoblin, but no, it was just the Green Gobby. I was gonna actually end the stream off with me doing some Marvel vs. Capcom 3 combos, but I gotta go to work. So let's head over to Spud the Bud. And I gotta get to work. Alright, anyway, gonna go ahead and raid them. And yeah. You guys enjoy your Monday as best you can. And just hang in there. We only have 5 more days until the weekend. And it's a long weekend for us Canadians. But yeah, good luck, Blue Jays. Hopefully they will sweep every single series going forward so they have a chance to get into the playoffs. It looks pretty bad though. Anyway, you guys have a good day and I shall see you all next time. All right, take care everybody.
The Green Goblin. No, actually.
The Green Goblin will sound like this. Alright. You guys have a good day. Take care.